Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Sarah of Matt and Sarah's World, and I'm going to be playing the adventures of Nck and Willikins again today.
It's still bloody charging, because of course it is, so I'll just leave it here and use the speaker function.
Emergency services, how may I direct your call?
Good morning. I hate to ruin what is almost certainly a lovely day for you there at emergency services, but...
Is that Willikins?
Yes it is. I'm calling to report...
Call, this is Beryl.
Ah, Beryl.
Beryl Davies. I was Lady Petunia's chambermaid.
Ah, yes, of course. Listen, Beryl, I hate to be rude, but there's been a murder.
Is that Willikins? I spent some of the best days of my life in Nick Hall, I did. Playing knots and crosses with her ladyship. Teaching Master Nick how to play snakes and ladders.
Oh goodness.
Devising a bizarre hybrid of the two called snakes and crosses. Anyway, that's when I married Nigel. Sorry, love, do you have an actual emergency? I just realized I've been prattling on for quite some time now.
Yes, you
As
have.
happens, yes. We've had a murder, so if it's not too much trouble...
A murder? How exciting. You hear all sorts of exciting things in this job. Like, for instance, there was this one time they found a guy with a knife in his
Oh
back.
my
So
god.
we'll get an officer out there as soon as possible. And you'll be there for my sister's wedding, of course.
Wouldn't miss it.
Seriously?
Morning all. I'm Detective Inspector Bobby of the West End Particulars.
Inspector Bobby of the Yard?
That'll be enough of that. Now then, I'm here about the corpse in your entrance hall.
Oh, that thing.
And this would seem to be a rather open and shut case. The victim, one Errol of Nck Hall, has clearly been murdered by you, Nick of Nck Hall.
You got nothing on me, coppers.
Actually, we've got quite a bit on you, sir. But under the circumstances being that you're rich, white, and clearly male, we can remand you to your residence of domesticity forthwith, and until such time as the court sees fit to hang you by your neck until dead.
That seems fair.
Oh, then I wasn't clear, was I? You, sir, are accused of murder, and we'll be taking you away shortly. This will be very sad for you, and obviously for your manservant.
Yes, obviously.
So, just stay here, and we'll be back for you soon. Cheerio!
Really?
Do people actually say cheerio?
Sir, I feel you're not taking this murder investigation seriously, and I must insist.
Oh, you must you? Well, I must. I must increase my bust.
Oh dear lord.
Willikins, what's a bust? And how do I increase it? And why would I want to?
Gentlemen, a crime has been committed, and it can only be solved by me, the greatest detective in all of England.
I love how
Oh,
you
is that where
walk.
we are?
Allow me to introduce myself. Special Inspector Clever Ruse at your service.
Oh yeah,
Well,
yes.
if you're at my service, make me an egg.
My God, has this man been deprived of his breakfast? That in itself is a tragedy, but not a crime as such. Nevertheless, it's the most important meal of the day.
Oh!
Who's responsible for this grievous error in judgment?
That would be me,
You look after this lad, do you?
in a manner of speaking.
So clearly this incident is your fault.
Ooh, I hadn't considered that angle.
That's because you're not Clever Ruse, lad.
Sorry, not sure I'm following the logic here. How is this my fault? Are we going with the tired old butler did it cliché?
For all we know, the tired old butler did do it.
No, no, no. You misunderstand. Obviously, you're a man of breeding, sophistication, education. Oxford man, are you?
Cambridge, actually.
Oh. Well, we can't have everything, I suppose. In any case, they should have taught you. Even at a bin-liner school like Cambridge.
It was recently ranked the 4th best university in the world.
So not even worth a bronze, then, right? Your master's safety and well-being is your responsibility. Consequently, it falls to you to exonerate his lordship.
Really? I would have thought the great detective.
Here, take this. It's the official Clever Ruse My First Crime Scene Investigation coloring book. And that's coloring with a U, naturally.
Naturally.
This will guide even the most thick-witted Cambridge dunderhead through the process of forensic murder solvery. Essentially, it comes down to 4 elements.
Oh my god.
Motive, murder weapon, at least one corroborating witness, and proof of the suspect's sanity.
Oh, he's
Look
insane.
with all that Willikins.
As you locate each of these, you may colour in, and that's colour with a U, the corresponding area of the page. When you've coloured the entire page, phone me, and I shall be along at once. Clever Ruse, away!
Oh, Willikins, did he just disappear in a cloud of smoke?
So it would appear.
Or disappear? Huh? Do you get it? Willikins? You still there?
No. Phone number has been added. Okay, that's 2.
In keeping with the household-wide ban on French, Master Nick insists upon referring to that as the iron ceiling dangle. Yes, of course, that's brilliant. That will solve all my current problems. Wait, no, sorry. It won't work at all. I don't know why I said that. Those things don't go together. I'm sorry, I know you want them to, but they just don't. Now, why on earth would I want to do that? Yes, of course, that's brilliant. That will solve all my current problems. Wait, no, sorry. It won't work at all. I don't know why I said that. Now, why on earth would I want to do that?
I don't know. I'm at a loss. I can't even see in the book.
That detective fellow gave me this.
Oh.
It's meant to track my progress in gathering the 4 elements that can exonerate Master Nick. Motive, murder weapon, proof of sanity, and a witness. As of now, I've managed to locate none of them.
Okay. Let's try calling his counsellor.
In theory, this mobile phone is a vast improvement over the old landlines. But this model won't stay charged for more than 15 seconds, so it might as well be a bloody landline.
Let's try and see what this does.
This is a head shrinking doctor. How may I assist you?
I beg your pardon, I was trying to reach a Dr. Gesund.
Yeah, speaking. Dr. Gesund at your service.
In England?
Terribly sorry about that. I've been brushing up on my German accent, you know. Seems I'm taken much more seriously when people believe I'm German for some reason. How may I help you?
Okay.
Good morning. I'm the butler slash valet slash footman slash cook slash chauffeur at Nick Hall, and due to a series of circumstances too lengthy and complicated to get into at the moment, I require some kind of certified proof that Master Nick is, in fact, sane. Legally speaking.
Nick of Nick Hall, is it? Well, I can't give that information to the likes of you, of course.
Ah, yes, medical ethics.
What? No, because you're a lowly servant. However, as it happens, I issued just such a certificate to the patient's only surviving relative.
Right, thank you.
Okay. So that's the aunt downstairs, is it?
Cool, that's been a right argy-bargy out there this morning, and I was described as a full-on foofera. What on earth is going on?
Well, Mum, it seems there's been a murder in the entrance hall. We are currently looking into who the victim is and what exactly happened, but you'll be happy to know that Master Nick is, more or less, fine.
Well, in future, see that you keep your so-called manners someplace where I can't hear them. I nearly couldn't get back to sleep after all that racket.
Good morning, Miss Petunia. You're holding up well after the recent unpleasantness.
I always hold up well. Quite firmly, some might say.
Some presumably must, yes. Just hurry up and get through this, Willikins. It's for the greater good. Just lie back and think of England. Good morning, beautiful.
Oh, beautiful, is it?
That and so much more. I scarcely have the words to fully quantify your loveliness, my dear.
Well, perhaps you'd have learned them if you hadn't gone to bloody Cambridge.
Indeed. So, my lovely, would it be too out of line to request a very small favor from the most stunningly gorgeous creature I've ever laid eyes on?
Oh, well, I suppose not. But you'll have to do something for me.
Oh, God.
Name it and it's yours. Anything for you.
Really?
Give us a little turn round.
I beg your pardon?
Just give us a good look at the whole package, if you gets my meaning. Nice and slow.
Very well.
Ooh, delightful. That one's going in the old WB, I can assure you.
WB, Mum?
The second word is bank. First word rhymes with that. Now let's see. I hid that paper some time ago for young Nick's own protection, and I wrote down where I hid it on this paper. Here you are, dear.
This appears to be in some sort of code.
Yes, that's right. I used a decoder ring I got from an American cartoon show I rather fancy. Unfortunately, I lost that ring, so you'll have to get another. But that shouldn't be too difficult for the likes of you.
I wouldn't have expected you to be a fan of American cartoon programs, miss.
What you don't know about me could fill a bloody town, boy. Now, bugger off. I'm done with you now, and I've important business to attend to here.
Okay.
This is, allegedly, the location where Miss Petunia hid the certification of Master Nick's sanity. For reasons that are probably clear to her, it's written in a code that can only be deciphered using a special decoder ring from an American television program.
Okay, that doesn't help me.
I fear I did all the reading I'm ever likely to do at Cambridge. Master Nick has threatened to have my eyes hobbled if I'm ever caught with a book.
Oh,
I'd prefer not to learn what he means by that if it's all the same.
okay.
Master Nick insists that Antelope rhymes with Penelope.
No, it really doesn't.
Oh, that's a bad miss.
Where does that come from? Okay.
The hedge maze of doom seems to be coming along quite nicely, by which I mean horribly. The television is not, at present, on. It's stuck on the channel that tells you what's on the other channels that aren't this one.
Oh, Carry On My Wayward Son, I know where that's from. Carry on. Dad's Armor's Pesca. What's all this then? Z Factor. QZ. Okay, which name? Doctor Who. Carry On. Crackers. Footy. Rookie. Clark apologises. Another version of Sherlock Holmes. I'm a celebrity, but am I though?
Until someone can get out and fix the satellite aerial, I'm afraid this is our only option.
Well then, go ahead and bloody fix it already.
It's stuck on the channel that tells you what's on the other channel.
Yes, I know. I'm trying to figure out what bloody program she's watching. Okay. Big Brother, please just kill us.
Until someone can get out and fix the satellite aerial, I'm afraid this is our only option.
Well then, go ahead and bloody fix it already.
Miss Petunia has threatened castration if I so much as go near her cuppa. I assume she means me, but I'd rather not find out, to be honest.
Okay.
Just a vase, nothing special about it. Yuck.
Okay. Yuck, it is.
I dare say he looks familiar, but it's difficult to tell with him lying face down like that. Also, I'm certain I don't know any corpses. Not post in the sense of correspondence and packages delivered to us by the Royal Mail. This is the other kind.
Okay. seem to be having a bit of a problem.
One day, Master Nick will almost certainly pull one or both of these from the wall and then swing on the chandelier. Which is why I've already invested in a special broom for cleaning his bloody footprints off the wall. Yet another view of Master Nick's so-called hedge maze of doom. Particularly foreboding in this light, I'd say.
Okay. To the pantry.
There appears to be something hidden just beneath this top layer of potatoes.
Cool.
Master Nick has rather cleverly hidden his cold, soggy chips under these raw potatoes. Well, you can't deny there's a certain logic to that.
Yeah.
Master Nick's Thursday menu does indeed allow for this particular ingredient. I'll say this for Master Nick, he's a stickler for symmetry, fearful or otherwise. That detective fellow gave me this. It's meant to track my progress in gathering the 4 elements that can exonerate Master Nick. Motive, murder weapon, proof of sanity, and a witness. As of now, I've managed to locate none of them. Good morning, you delightful creature.
Oh, delightful, is it?
You wouldn't happen to have seen or heard anything suspicious this morning around Master Nick's 3rd breakfast time?
Is that a bloody Tolkien reference? I've told you before, I shan't be having with hobbits in my hall.
So you didn't see a murder, then?
Only the murder of people's good sense. Those books are bloody boring.
Miss Petunia, Mum, perhaps you're familiar with the murder that's recently taken place?
No, it's not ringing any bells.
Really? You didn't hear the scream? The stabbing? The subsequent arrival of not one, but 2 investigators?
I'm a good little doggy.
I thought we'd agreed we weren't making any further Monty Python references.
No, but don't get that one.
In any case, I can assume that, since you weren't aware of the murder itself, you can't possibly know why anyone would have had motive to murder the dead gentleman in question.
Right, what you said.
Is it even worth my time asking you about the weapon that may have been used in the recent incident at our entrance hall?
Yes.
Yes?
Well, in that your time is effectively worthless, so therefore anything you say or do would logically be worth more than your time, which is, as I mentioned previously, worthless.
Yes, of course.
Okay. Well, you're nice, aren't you?
Reading all these books is kind of a waste of time. Nothing interesting here.
Okay, that's changed. Yes, you're still moving, so... Huh.
Behold the thylacine. Alright, I'm beholding. Now what?
Not a lot by the looks of it.
What, are you expecting it to sing a little song? This isn't France.
So...
I do hope we've been very clear on that point.
Yes.
The grounds of Nick Hall are currently under extensive renovations in keeping with Master Nick's latest pet project, the Hedge Maze of Doom.
Can we go
The
that way
west
now?
wing is approximately 80% asbestos by design, so it's probably best to steer clear of that.
We can talk to Nick.
Excuse me, Master Nick.
Willikins, you heard that quirky detective. Stop running your bloody gob and go around to me of this crime. Also, I think he said something about a colouring book.
Ah, yes. My goals have indeed been clearly demarcated in the form of a child's activity book. Though surely you mean colouring, sir?
Why, what did I say?
All right, sir. That's about enough of you lounging about in there. I require you to come out immediately and help me determine what happened to the dead fellow downstairs. Well, that's more or less the reaction I expected. I don't suppose you have any sort of documented proof of your own sanity lying about, sir?
What makes you think I'm sane, Willikins?
Because that would diminish the very real struggle undertaken by genuinely mentally ill people. You're not insane, sir. You're just an arsehole.
I feel like I should be offended by that, Willikins. Am I offended by that?
Oh, probably, but then you noticed something shiny and forgot all about it.
Forgot all about what?
Sir, do you know any reason why someone might have murdered the gentleman in our entrance hall?
Is this like in weddings when the vicar asks if anyone has any reason why these two shouldn't be wed?
Almost nothing like that, sir.
Can't help you then, mate. Also, you're not my mate. I don't know why I just said that.
I don't know why you say most things, sir.
I think it has something to do with Free Willy.
Sir, the corpse in our entrance hall.
I thought it was a foyer. Foyer? Foyer. God, how do you say that anyway?
We'll circle back to that. My concern is the gaping hole in said corpse, and I was hoping you might have some insight as to what may have created it.
Willikins, what have I told you about hope?
You say that hope is the thing with feathers, and I should consider myself allergic to feathers.
Too right.
Except when I'm tending to your pet budgie.
And the budgie's the exception that proves the rule, isn't it?
Sir, is there any chance you saw anything relating to the murder downstairs? I realize it's a bit of an inconvenience to ask, but this may help prevent you from being England's first victim of capital punishment since Harold Wilson was Prime Minister.
Was Harold Wilson sent to the gallows? Core, I knew the Beatles were cross with him in that Taxman song, but I didn't realise they had the power to order someone dead.
Oh, God.
Never mind. I'll sort this one out myself, then.
Knock yourself out, Willikins. Only do try not to knock yourself out. With you unconscious, I wouldn't have anyone to summon to clean up your worthless body.
Ah, the sound I've come to loathe.
Which sound is that?
Ah, one of the many sounds I have come to loathe.
Huh. Well.
This seems impractical.
Seems you has a problem.
Under the cotton ball in this bottle is another cotton ball.
It's cotton balls all the way down, Willikins.
We've already been through that. Put the bin.
It's a rubbish bin. Rubbish goes in here.
Well, yes.
And yet you're not in it.
Ooh. Ouch. Okay, I've been playing this for quite a while now, and I'm struggling to figure out how on earth to get outside. Oh! You can walk further into the blinking hall. Right, we are out of the house. What on earth are these? Black note.
This was left by an activist of some sort. It appears to have been left here somewhere around the time our deceased friend arrived in the entrance hall.
Ooh! New number. Okay. He has somebody. Wait a minute.
It seems that someone attempted to deliver a package around the time of the murder. I wonder if the delivery person saw anything.
Oh my goodness, we're getting somewhere.
It appears to have one of those bloody QR codes on it that everyone seems to think people actually use. This one looks more like an owl to me.
Okay. So I now have 2 phone numbers.
I've always thought this thing was a bit unsettling, but I'm also fairly certain that there should be 2 of them. Surely one of them didn't just get up and walk away, though, did it? And do I actually want an answer to this question?
No, probably not.
I can't be sure, but there appears to be a coin in there. Ah, an extremely rare double-headed heifer.
Ooh. God, that sounds bright.
Daffodils, those are for heroism.
Who's speaking?
Daisies, they're for baking.
Master Nick believes this is a TARDIS.
Does he
Vast
now?
improvement over that time he believed it was a Portaloo.
Jonquils, they're for toll booths.
Someone's talking.
It's just a jumble of numbers and letters which apparently communicate some vital piece of information to the Royal Mail. It says 00D4L4Y.
Yeah,
It's called the Hedge Maze of Doom for a reason. I dare not venture any further.
Oh, who's talking?
marigolds, that's for gems, like the kind of fruit in. Morning glory, that's for carnation, that's for breakfast. Chrysanthemums, that's for someone else to pronounce behind me. Columbine, that's too soon.
Who's talking?
Dare you enter Nick Hall's Maze of Doom. So nice of
Oh,
Master Nick to
Rosemary's
offer a
Road,
choice. He doesn't usually bother. I believe, in this instance, I daren't. This has been struck by lightning 37 times,
Coming, obviously.
which is 3 less times than I have. It would appear that the hedges are speaking, which seems unlikely, but would not be the most unusual thing I've seen around here.
Ah!
I say, might I have a word with you, please?
Of course, Mr. Willikins. Apologies for the noise. I was just studying for my botany final. What can I do for you?
You may have heard some commotion earlier. Nothing to be too concerned about. There's just been a murder.
Goodness!
Quite the opposite, in fact. In any event, I am endeavoring to discover precisely what happened, and I was wondering if you might offer some insight into... if you managed to see any of the events that took place inside the hall earlier today.
I'm afraid not, Mr. Willikins. My duties do keep me pretty well occupied inside this maze.
I suspected as much.
However,
You say?
I did hear a delivery truck pull up around that time. I don't know if that's at all relevant.
It may actually be. Thank you, miss. You've been a tremendous help. I've another question about the murder, specifically. Some way of providing proof of Master Nick's sanity.
Well, the proof's in the pudding, right? Isn't that what they say?
It is a thing that some people say, yes?
I'm afraid I may not be your best source for sanity, Mr. Willikins. But good luck with that.
That's exactly what Master Nick said. What is it that you're working on here, miss?
Why, Master Nick's hedge maze of doom, of course. The plans are posted on the garden shed over there. Now, if you wouldn't mind, sir, I must get back to my work. There's much to be done. Hibiscus, she's the daughter of Peg in season 3 of Corner. Wisteria, that's nasal passages.
Much of this plan has yet to be incorporated, so this is useless as a map until the bloody thing is completed. Which, assuming this goes as Master Nick's other projects are gone, it never will be.
Oh.
And roses, I don't think roses hold any particular symbolic meaning whatsoever. Daffodils, those are for heroism.
Any way to fix the TV? I'm assuming the satellite, but apparently not.
Rosemary? I can't recall what rosemary's for.
This has been struck by lightning 37 times. Which is 3 less times than I have.
Lime blossom, there's a randy fellow. Azaleas, that's for good luck in the coming fiscal year.
Okay. Back to the mansion it is then.
Begonias, that's for
I do, however, have some numbers.
Blay, hello.
Hello. I see you visited our home recently, and I was hoping you wouldn't mind answering a question or two for me.
Before you ask your questions, I have a question for you. How many chlorofluorocarbons is an acceptable number of chlorofluorocarbons?
The seasoning you get when you order a Chinese?
No, that's monosodium glutamate. Also bad. You mortals are so woefully ignorant about this planet and its precious resources.
You're a
The answer,
weirdo.
by the way, was none. None chlorofluorocarbons. Ha 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 ha.
Wait. Mortals? Are you not a mortal?
I'm a vampire. Can't you tell? Blay.
I thought it might be rude to assume.
Listen, I could potentially leave for eternity, and I'd rather not do it on a world choked with styrofoam Big Mac containers and plastic shopping bags.
I believe we call those, respectively, polystyrene and polyethylene.
I don't care what you call them. Just stop throwing them into the ocean.
So, this is why you came to our home this morning? To lecture us about going green?
Correct. I hate going out during the day for obvious reasons, but my car runs on clean solar energy. Such irony is the story of my life. Or on life, if you prefer.
I most certainly do not. Now, as much as I'd love to continue this conversation into eternity, I shall come to the point. Did you happen to witness, or I suppose cause, the murder that took place here earlier?
Certainly not. Decomposing corpses are the absolute worst greenhouse gas emitters. Had I encountered one, I would have done everything in my power to get it on ice, because
Yes, very well. I've heard all I need, thank you.
I could come by again with some literature. Printed on recycled paper, of course.
No.
Thank you, good day.
My thoughts exactly. Go away, weirdo. He's a vampire. Stuff.
Welcome to Stuff Bringers Intercontinental. Do you have the delivery slip that the driver left behind?
I have, yes.
And could you describe to me the animal that the QR code on the slip most closely resembles?
An owl. Definitely an owl.
I think.
Good, good. Right, now then, what is your postcode?
Of course. Our postcode is 00D4L4Y.
Good, good. Now then, I'll need the name of two of any of the recipient's direct ancestors.
Oh, you're...
Well, there's good great Aunt Petunia who lives downstairs.
Right, that's one.
Thaddeus Q. Nickington the Fourth?
Well, technically that name is in our records, but it also clearly states that this individual is a horse. So, relative or not, I'm ruling it inadmissible.
Oh. Were you in a portrait somewhere?
Lady Beatrice. Her painted likeness smiles upon me every time I pass through our dining room.
Excellent, sir. That was all I required.
Oh, really? Only that?
I shall now connect you to the delivery driver you're trying to reach. Please hold.
Okay.
Very well.
Stuff Bringers Intercontinental, this is Deirdre. How may I help you?
Oh, no. Hello again, Deirdre. I thought I was to be connected to the delivery driver.
Yes, speaking. A lady can drive a truck and answer phones, you know.
I suppose you truly can have it all, then. Listen, there was a rather unpleasant incident here at the hall this morning, and I was wondering if you'd seen anything untoward during your visit.
You mean the murder?
Yes, that is exactly what I mean.
As it happens, I did see the incident, yes, sir. However, in order to provide you with further details, I shall need you to fill out Inquiry Form 6B and speak with my manager. I'm just fooling with you, sir. What, do you need me to call the police and promise to report what I saw as an official witness?
That would be wonderful, yes, thank you. And if it's not too much trouble, could you tell me what you saw first?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you, sir. Goodbye!
Ooh. I just thought of something. There's a big gaping hole in the back of that bloke's back. And there's a gnome missing.
Well, you can stay out of there. That area is off limits to you. Well, you can stay out of there. That area is off limits to you. Well, you can stay out of there. That area is off limits to you.
Sir, I must insist that you allow me to look under your bed.
Willikins, I've decided to try being indecisive. I always wanted to be a logical paradox.
Really, sir? Is that what you've always wanted to be today?
And so, in answer to the question, may I look under the bed, I say to you, I don't know.
You don't know?
That's right.
Sir, you realize I'm doing all of this to exonerate you of the rather serious murder charges that are currently hanging over you.
Then you better help me make up my mind quickly, hadn't you?
Very well. Yes, I may look under your bed.
Not good enough. I need you to introduce some kind of random element. A device of some sort that will make the decision for me in a satisfyingly unpredictable fashion.
Sir, you're just needlessly complicating things at this point.
Oh, you always say that. Now off you go. Willikins, are you trying to trick me into cramming that into my mouth? Because I read on the internet that you have to break a jar to get one of those out, and I simply don't have time for that today.
Yes, sir.
I suppose you want me to flip this coin to help me decide if you may look under my bed.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
sir,
thought you
it's
might
not
like
too
the
much
8 ball,
trouble.
but it's not a magic
It
8
is a
ball.
great deal of trouble, but if it'll shut you up about...
About clearing you of the murder charges?
Right. That. Alright, I'm flipping the coin, Willikins. Call it.
Heads, sir.
Sorry, it's tails.
Are you quite sure about that, sir?
Yes, quite.
Only that coin?
It's tails, Willikins. Just like my second favourite Sonic the Hedgehog character and my fourth favourite part of most animals. Which means you lose. You don't get the thing you want.
I think he does.
What thing was that again?
I most emphatically did not want to look under your bed, sir.
Well then, the coin has spoken. You get under that bed at once.
Very good, sir.
Nice.
If there's any possible chance this is the murder weapon, I should not touch it with my bare hands. Master Nick threw this and said, "Fetch, Willikins," but neither the dog nor I were sure which of us he meant, so it's remained under the bed ever since. I'd be concerned about these if I thought Master Nick had even the remotest concept of what any of it actually meant.
I need someone to pick that up with. Not,
These clothes have been freshly laundered, but now they're affixed to the floor with sock glue.
what do I need?
In medieval times, that was used to wash clothes in. Now it's mostly for preparing something that Master Nick calls trouser stew.
No, I don't want to do that.
All great English homes have tea. I'd commit ritual suicide if we didn't. So naturally, Master Nick regularly tries to surreptitiously dispose of this tea to make me do that. Hilarious.
Indeed.
Stuck away in storage when Master Nick couldn't work out how to type with them on. Technically, this is the sequel, Mannequin 2 on the Move. The original was, as is so often true, far superior. An earthy wine with a distinct hint of farce. The H is most decidedly not silent.
Okay, I'm going to leave this here for now, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in another video.